What's going on? We are back. Reality after show. We're talking about the draft, baby. Talking about our picks, how we're doing. Some of us are doing okay, some of us not so well. Kind of dependent on who you are. I'm Lauren. With me, as always, Adrian and Lyrsa from David versus Goliath. We love having Lyrsa on.
We don't have that queued up. We don't have the. Whoa! Do
Whoa.
tell us what just happened.
Oh my
That
god,
was a big reaction.
my favorite vape, it's $20. So it's usually 35. Yeah, I'm multitasking, guys. I'm gonna
God, I
smoke,
wish I could
I'm
get that
drinking
excited.
coffee.
I'm saving
I'm looking-
$15.
Yes, and they have 3.5 grams of also one of my favorite flowers for fucking $7. Like, it's Christmas, people. It's fucking Christmas.
That's
Okay,
a good
let's talk
deal.
about-
It's a good deal
Let's
that
talk
we're
about
talking
Survivor.
For context, we are recording this on Black Friday,
Yes.
so there may
Yes.
be a lot of deals that Lyrsa's going to get excited about.
I
I
picked the
don't
wrong
look
day.
like a person that likes shopping, but I love throwing money around. And I should. I mean, I have my savings, right? So I don't touch those. But whatever is out of my savings account, it's getting spent. So
Woo! Go, make it
we'll
rain.
see.
There you
Yeah,
go.
get all the flour.
I think
Get
next time
all
I
the
shouldn't
flour.
have scheduled this for Black Friday. Like,
No. You can. Let's see. Oh my god, so many deals.
okay, well, we are talking about the draft and how we're doing.
Are we?
so far. Yes, we definitely
Are we?
This is why we all came here today. So I'm just going to go through who had who on their team, and then we'll just talk about the people that are left, how we think
Oh.
the season is going. I'll start with Adrian, since Adrian has the most amount of people left. So, the newbie might beat me in the draft, so I'm not very happy about that. But Adrian's team consists of, that is left, Teeny, Sam, and Caroline. Sadly, Adrian lost TK, Tiana, and Sierra.
I felt good going into the merge. Like, I really did. I felt like I had a really strong team. I thought I had the whole thing in the bag, but it's starting to get a little rocky now. Like, I've lost two people since the merge, and I don't know how I'm feeling about the chances. They're not looking too good right now.
You have, man.
I have a lot of people, but I just don't see huge paths for victory.
Okay, let's break down yours real quick, and we'll
Okay.
just
I
kinda go
think
through it.
Lauren's gonna fucking win again.
I don't know. Let's be clear
Yeah.
here.
I
I don't know.
think you have somebody inside that's telling you every season who is the winner because you have been on a fucking roll. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna let you go off on me for getting things correct. This is the whole point. You're supposed to get things right. Also, my team, not great, but we'll go to your team first. So you had very first boot, John. So kudos.
More kudos.
You had Kishan. You have left Rachel and Genevieve. So you have two people on the board, and then you lost
I do.
Monica, and
Okay.
sadly we lost Soul as well. By the way, loved Soul. Huge fan. Very big fan. My team, my first pick that I selected was Rome. So I did real well, let's be clear on that. And then I had Aisha, Gabe, Kyle, who we sadly just lost, and the two people I have left are
Yay.
Stu and Andy. So my thing is, I think we all have at least one
It's
person.
anybody's game. Yeah,
It
it's
really is.
anybody's game.
It's anyone's
Yeah.
game. I think we all have at
I do
least
think
one
we all have routes to victory here. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of interweaving. Like the season is really up in the air right now, as opposed to last season where I saw Kenzie as a winner from like episode 3. I really feel like this is an open-ended season. I think that it can go multiple different ways. And each week that I'm watching it, I'm like, dude, like this is going to be the week where it's just like somebody comes out as the front runner, etc. But it's not happening. It just keeps being just random almost. Like there's so much power struggle going on right now. There's no hierarchy.
Yeah.
It's a...
I love this season. This season for me,
it's the best season of the new era by far.
Yeah, absolutely. I think
It's been good.
Jeff figured out how to make a Survivor season again. It was amazing.
Yeah, it's been great. I'm loving Lyrsa's vibe right now. Lyrsa, you're killing me. I think, me personally, Andy on my team has a chance to win. I don't think Sue has a shot to win. I would be stunned if Sue won the season. We just are not getting the editing behind it. I don't see it happening. I'd actually be very ticked off if it does happen. Nothing against Sue, but you're not giving me anything to believe that Sue wins this. Andy,
why don't we take it one at a time and we'll each give our take on Sue right now?
Sure, go for it. Yeah, absolutely. Take it over.
Oh, we're going to talk about Sue right now?
Yeah, let's talk about Sue.
What the fuck is wrong with this, ladies? Like, I am sorry. Let me tell you something. All I want to know is why she's so fucking dirty the whole time. Caroline said that she's doing contour with the dirt. Lady, no. No. It doesn't look like contour. You look like you haven't... and I was there. And I know we're not showering, right? But... you still do what we call... ay, Dios mío, this is going to be terrible. In Puerto Rico, when we lose water a lot, like, we get cut off, like, electricity or, like, essential services get cut off all the time. Yes, we kind of live in a jungle over there. That's why I was so prepared for this game. So when there's not a lot of water, or we are in drought out, so they cut the water for days, you take what is called a Polish bath. And a Polish bath, which I already told a friend of mine that's Polish, and she's like, that's fucking rude but hilarious. Is you just clean your essentials. Armpits, vajayjay, and face. Mm-hmm. I did my Polish showers all the time on Survivor. You can watch your face. So why the fuck is she so dirty? Like, she's the only one that looks like so dirty all the time. And she's not like she's working around all the time. So I have opinions.
Well, personally, I don't know. But, Lauren, what do you think?
I just think all you gotta do is listen. Because here's the thing. This is why we have Lyrsa, because I just never know what you're gonna say, which is why I love you dearly, because it's great. I just say, get in the ocean. You know, that's literally it. Just get in the ocean.
There's a lot of water there. Like, you can't drink it, but you can clean yourself, lady. Like, come on.
For sure.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
So, apart from that,
yes.
do you have any forecasts on Sue's chances to win the game?
Yeah,
no, zero.
She's like, I don't care if she's dirty. She ain't winning a final tribal.
Yeah. She's not gonna win. But, you know what? And then at the end, she goes and fucking wins. Just to make me eat my words. I just don't understand her game. Like, I don't get her game. And
she
she's
plays
so
super
dirty
emotional
the whole time. And she's
she
like...
can't get past the dirty.
I can't get past
it. I can't. Go game-wise. Just get past that.
That shit. And then... when she found the idol, she still has the idol, right? She hasn't. She
still has the idol. Yeah, the show hasn't talked about it, but she still has it.
She still has the idol, looking dirty as fuck, and telling people, which also bothers me so much. As a woman in my 40s, no, lady, you're not in our age range. You're not in that decade. You don't look, not even 49. Right? You don't even look 49. And saying that what she said that she's what 45 or
she said 45,
40s?
yeah.
It was 45, yes.
That is bullshit. You are not 2 years. You don't look 2 years older than me. No, you look like 15. So I don't know who's more. Oh my God, I became so enraged in this podcast. I don't know who's more dumb, her saying she's 45, or this bunch of people believing that she's 45. Like, how young are you that you don't know somebody in their 40s to be able to compare that you don't look like that when you're 45?
Especially like Saul. Saul's like 42. And he's like she's 3 years older than me?
No.
But like I think that's Sue's game plan. Like Sue plays very emotionally. Like this is my take on Sue. So Sue is playing super emotionally. She's like her strategy's not that good, etc. But her plan is to do this like Hercule Poirot like reveal at Tribal Council, at Final Tribal, where she's be like, "I'm 58," and everybody's gonna be like, "Oh snap, we gotta give you the money." Like that's
Shocking.
That's what she thinks is gonna happen, and like. I just don't see that. Like, her game plan is resting entirely on dropping a bomb at Final Tribal to tell everybody that she's old. Not that 58 is old, because, I mean, Mike Turner is that old, and he's an awesome dude.
I don't think people are going to... I wouldn't care.
They're not going to care.
Why would I care?
They're not going to care.
The other thing, too, is, do we think... Because we are breaking it down. If she plays her idol in some miraculous way, does that give her any uptick to potentially win this game, or no chance?
I think she's got an uphill battle, even if she plays ridiculously well at the end. I think that she has a possibility to beat some other people, but she would need like the ideal final three in order to win, even with a miraculous idol play.
Yeah,
and I just don't see that happening.
And I think that she's holding on to the idol because she hasn't. I think this tribal not, but the one before, the one from last week, it was this close that people were like, oh, who are we going to vote? And I'm like, oh, she's going to use it. And now I'm thinking she's going to keep it because she's no threat to anybody, honestly. She's being able to beat Kyle until, like, apparently yesterday. I haven't seen the episode from yesterday yet. I'm going to watch it after this. So I feel that they're like, okay, so Sue can take Kyle down. Like, she's good at some of the one-on-one, like, games, right? But I don't think it's strong enough, and maybe she's saving the idol, and if she makes it to the end, she's like, oh, I still have my idol. I never had to use it. So I think that's why she's keeping it. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's she's going on a whole bunch of what ifs, and like she's making a lot of assumptions as to how the final tribal is going to play out. It's unfortunate for her. Like, no shade to her. I think I like her. I don't care that she's a little dirty. That's just me, though. That's me. You can have your opinions, Lyrsa. I'm totally fine with that. But yeah, I just don't see a tribal council where she's not a 0-vote finalist. That's where I see Sue right now.
That's the thing. I think Sue has a chance to get to the end. I just don't think that she's going to win. Because if we're looking at the list and who's left, because we're down to final 7, the only person I see on here that Sue could beat would be Carolyn, I think.
Yeah, I hate
I think she could beat Andy. I think with
I don't
good
think
final
she can
play.
beat Andy.
I don't
I think with
so
good
either.
final play.
I think Andy is the winner because of the way his like edit has been, right? From like ashes to like he's talking to everybody. He has some power now. People are consulting him. He has one-on-one. So I think he's getting a great winner's edit, honestly.
Well, see, they do Andy dirty sometimes, which I think is very interesting because most of the time with your winner edits, you kind of have them on this pedestal, whereas Andy, you have those moments where you say, what did Andy just fucking do?
But that didn't happen to Erica, and she won.
Yeah. You're right. You're right.
See, I always get a little up in arms when people say winner's edit. Like, I think that the edit does what it can to paint the winner in a positive light, yes. But if the winner has some negative pitfalls and it's instrumental to the story, the edit has to show that.
Right.
And like they have to show why that person got to where they are. And we had to see Andy's first episode to understand why he got through the pre-merge.
Yeah.
What I mean by that is, do we need to see Andy in that challenge licking the ball? I'm talking about moments like...
Yes.
Oh, he licked some... Was this happen yesterday?
No,
that was 2 weeks ago.
It was a challenge. It's the challenge where they have their arms
the
tied
worm.
behind their back.
That challenge would freak me out.
Yes.
I can't do that.
Cooking.
I can't do that. I can't have my hands tied down.
I'm just one piece of the worm, right?
Yeah,
I can't.
It's like human centipede shit.
I can't. I don't have the length for it. I will suck at that shit.
No, they just still try and plug in these moments of Andy where we're like, oh my god, why did this just happen? So that's where I'm going at with it. I think he would be an interesting winner. I really seriously do. Just
I agree.
based on the storyline. I think the storyline has been so cool, seeing the development of Andy's strategy. And I will say, on the last episode, Andy did not get what he wanted. So there's parts where he is getting what he wants, and there's other parts where it's just not going his way. So it's just interesting to see how it's going to unfold in the tail end of this game. But I personally think Andy could beat Caroline and Sue. If he sits with Caroline and Sue, I think Andy wins the game.
I think Andy has to thread the needle to win. I do.
Yeah.
And I think that if he does win, I think it's going to be a squeak. Like, it'll be like, you know, how many people are on the jury? 9?
You're asking me to math right now.
Yeah, math it?
Yeah.
No, Andy's not here. He's the math guy.
Early.
Yeah.
Not enough coffee.
No, it's an even number of people. So, 8 people on the jury. So if it's a 4-4 vote, or it'd be like a 5-3 vote or something like that, like, I think Andy would have to thread the needle, and it would be a squeaker win. Because I just don't see him winning decisively like most of the other winners in the new era.
Yeah, because pretty much all of them have been blowouts, except the last one. The last one was close. Was there any other close ones aside from the last one?
I mean, Austin had a couple votes, but it was mostly a 7-1.
Yeah, the last 2 have been close, but otherwise it's just complete blowout.
Yeah, Jam like slaughtered. Same thing with Erica, which blew my mind.
Gabler did the same thing. That's what I'm
Erica's
saying.
so cute.
Who?
Sorry. Erica, she's so cute and patootie.
I love that.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, so we talked about Sue, we've talked about Andy. Let's move on to Genevieve.
Okay.
Oh,
Is this another
Sorry.
rant you're about to go on?
Apparently somebody has thoughts.
Go ahead, Lyrsa, take it away.
so I pick Soul as my last choice because I really, game-wise, right? I don't know this person in real life. I don't like Carolyn at all. I think she's shady. She's playing that like I'm such a wholesome, nice person face car, but then she's like, I don't like her, right? And
You hear that, Carolyn? She's coming for you.
Wait, hold on. You're talking
Because
about
she's totally
Carolyn.
listening.
You're talking
Yeah,
about Carolyn.
wait. I'm getting there.
Oh.
I'm like a stand-up comedian. I start with something, I'm gonna go back to circle, right?
So
Oh.
I just didn't know who we were talking about. That's that.
Lock it down,
No,
Lauren.
I'm going somewhere.
All right.
All right. Take us on a trip.
I picked Soul because it was either Soul or Caroline at the end, and I'm like, you know what? Wanna pick Soul? He doesn't have dimples that I like or beautiful eyebrows, but neither does Caroline. So let me pick Soul, and then I fell in love with Soul. Soul was such a great player. He was such a nice person. I love his friends with Romeo. Like, that brought so much sunshine to my nights when I was watching the episode. And then Genevieve, who I was rooting for, and it's on my draft, goes and votes my favorite person out of the fucking game. Like, are you fucking kidding me, Genevieve? You had other people that were more important to take out for you to, like, drive a path to winning. You had the chance to take out earlier, or Gabe, or who, like, and you pick Soul, my Soul boy. Like, fuck that shit.
Sexy Soul. Sexy Soul's a thing.
So, I like that part of her strategizing and her lawyery, like, kind of brain and stuff. But then you voted Soul out, so I'm just rooting. In my draft, I only have Genevieve or Rachel, and Rachel. I like Rachel better. I'm sorry,
like Rachel
Genevieve. You broke my fucking heart. That's all I have to say about Genevieve. Back to my coffee.
Well, Genevieve definitely has an uphill battle. She, like if she makes it to the final, she's, got it pretty much locked up, I think. Unless there's somebody else that comes in. I think that she's like persona non grata right now. Like, she's on everybody's hit list. Like, she just came out too early. And I agree with you. She shouldn't have gotten rid of Soul when she did. She just saw
fighting because they took Romeo out. Romeo Creamers. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, girl? That happened like episodes ago.
Yeah, that was like 3 days ago in game.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, no, I mean, like, I'm actually a little bit happy that Soul didn't make the final tribal, because we got sexy Soul Jury, and I find that to be very, very it's meme-tastic. His shirtless vest look has created so much buzz in the space, and I appreciate it, and I love that for him. We wouldn't have had that if he didn't make the jury. So, thank you very much.
True.
That's totally valid. I mean, for him, I love seeing his moments, especially the one that was on the season where he did give that advantage to Rachel, and he's sitting there on the side going, "What?" It was perfect.
Yep, world-class burper. I give him that.
Yeah, I think everyone liked him. But going back to Genevieve,
I said, but we're not supposed to talk about him.
I'm talking about Soul.
Very likable. I liked him too. So for me with Genevieve, I look at it one of two ways. I think she's done a lot good, but then sometimes pulls the trigger too early and kind of has to then come back and figure out what's the next move going forward. The issue she was running into is then it became a group of, on this past episode, a group of 5 people all came together, which left her, Sam, and Kyle kind of on the outs because they all said that they wanted to work with each other. And she put herself in that position. I like how she thinks, though. She's not trying to play emotionally, which a lot of people do, and that's where they get in with someone and they can't vote that person out because they're too attached to them. Whereas for her, she's just saying, I'm strategic. This is the way that I'm going to play, because if I get too attached to these people, I'm not going to want to turn on them. And in this game, you have to turn on people in order to be the winner. I just think she turned on people a little too quickly, and that's why she's in the position she is now. But if she somehow does make the end after being this big of a target and having that bullseye on her back, she has a good shot to win, I think.
Yeah, no, I think that's an accurate assessment. Like, what I like about Genevieve is that she is a cerebral player. She does, like, go with the numbers, and she tries to make the right move from a game bot perspective, but she's an emotional individual. Like, you see her wrestling with those decisions and the ramifications of those decisions and how she's affected some of the players that she's blindsided. So I like her as a character for that perspective, but her gameplay has just put her just too much of a bullseye on her, I think.
Lyrsa, anything else on Genevieve?
No,
Girl.
she's dead to me.
You're done? Okay, well, let's talk about someone who
She broke my heart.
Who I think is the top tier person to win at this point going into Final 7. I think Rachel has the best shot, in my opinion, so let's talk about Rachel.
Yeah. Oh no, I agree. I think the edit has been very kind to Rachel. I do see a sliver of what we would call a winner's edit with her. She's ideally placed with certain shields in front of her, namely players like Genevieve, Sam, etc. But her edit's been spot on. She has the hardware right now. She's got she still has the immunity idol, the hidden immunity idol, as well as I mean, you can put your hands over your ears because this was last week, Lyrsa. But yeah, she also has, I believe it's a block a vote. So she's got the hardware to make it to the end. So she's a front runner. But is it too obvious from an editing perspective? That's the question. Like, is she like a Final 4 or a Final 5? Is she going to go out like in a Ricard spot? Is she going to go out in like somebody who loses fire like Jesse? You know?
Does anyone hold it against her? Because we always in Survivor see luck being a huge element in the game. Will anyone hold it against her that essentially on that vote she was saved by that advantage and was 100% going to be the person sent packing? Do you think anyone, if she makes it to the end on that jury, holds that against her?
I don't think so.
No.
No,
I don't think so.
I mean, even though that her game was saved by Saul, I think that I don't think that it's being held against her because it was luck that she got into that position to begin with, and It was luck that she got out of it. If she put herself into that position by a gameplay move of her own, and then luck saved her, then I can see that being held against her. But if it was by chance that she got put into it, and by chance that she got out of it, then it's just a cancellation, I think, in the jury's mind.
Right. I'm just always curious about that, like thinking through the luck element of the game, because you hear people say, "Oh, I wasn't lucky." Yes, you take advantage of the luck that you do get, but is it too much luck sometimes? So I always want to know what people think on that.
Well, there's good luck and bad luck in everybody's game. It's just It's just like if you were to play poker, like the cards that you get in front of you are sometimes they're good, sometimes they're bad. That's a play of luck, but how you play those cards that are put in front of you, that dictates and that separates a great player from a good player from a bad player. And she had some bad luck and she had some good luck, and I think it canceled each other out.
I agree. I just always like people's perspective on it.
That's my perspective.
Yes, Lyrsa, what's your thoughts on Rachel?
I really like Rachel.
Keep going. What? Keep going.
Rachel was my pick. No. I really like Rachel because
she's not dirty.
She's not dirty. Great eyebrows. Great dimples. She's like doing her own thing. She has been like kind of like in an underdog position because people want to get rid of her. I knew she was going to be fucking amazing at puzzles. I told you guys. I said, she's an art person. I'm an art person. We see shit regular people don't see because you're in this fucking box and she's gonna be out of the box. So I love that for her. And I'm from the two people I have, I'm still rooting for Rachel. Rachel is my favorite still. So that's all I have to say about Rachel. You go, girl. I'm rooting for you. Please bring me my $20 plus 240. 40, which I will spend right now on my Amazon card. But
I love how you had to do the
whatever
to buy that new vape that you were.
Oh, that's from another pool of money. The pool I'm using right now.
So for me, I do really like Rachel. I think she's been compelling television. I've enjoyed watching her storyline in the game as well. And she's just fun. She gives a lot of energy. She's lighthearted. She genuinely cares about people. I think if she gets to the end, she easily can swing people on her side to be someone to vote for. She's rootable. I just don't see too much negative if she does get to the end of the game. I think she's in a fine spot pretty much no matter who she sits next to. I think some people could get some votes next to her, but I don't think anyone beats her. I think she's the only one I can say on this list that I don't think she loses to anybody if she sits at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I think that's a sound assessment. My problem is her getting to the end. Like, I see her making it into the finale. I see her at 5 or 4. Like, because if you think about it, I mean, like, if they do indeed go with this plan and they vote out Genevieve next and then they vote out Sam after that, or, those are the two people that we're looking to get rid of, and it's going to be the final 5, where is the threat then? Who has that threat level? Is it Andy? Is it Sue, Teeny, Carolyn, or Rachel?
Means Rachel. Like, that's the way I would see it. Like, that's but the thing that Rachel does have is those advantages in her pocket. So if she utilizes those correctly, my other issue is, say they're at 4, she's definitely going into fire if she doesn't win. I think she's definitely competing in that. So I don't know what her fire making skill capabilities are.
Yeah, we haven't seen anybody actually make fire,
which I'm actually happy about, because we can usually guess who's going to be in fire based on the edit though so far, and the fact that we haven't been watching people make fire that much, that makes me curious more as to who's going to be in fire. Like we saw it with Carson, we saw it with who was it? Was it Jonathan? Like we saw foreshadowing, and I think this season they haven't done the foreshadowing, so it's more compelling as to who is going to be in that fire position. So I'm actually excited for it. So moving right along, to my glorious 3-man team, or three human team. So I have 3 players left. I have Sam, Carolyn, and Teeny. We've already been discussing Carolyn a little bit, so let's jump into that. How do you guys feel about Carolyn?
I already had my saying on Caroline.
Do you want to elaborate anymore? Is that you're sticking
I don't see her winning. I don't see her winning. I think the only person that Look, in the end, I feel a lot of people also put in a balance, and it weighs a lot, their social game, right? And I don't feel that she has that.
Mm-hmm.
I feel that she's lacking that social connection to people. At least I haven't seen it. She had a great relationship with her original tribe. She's besties with Sue. But what about the rest, right? Other people will have to give you a vote. So you should cultivate these individual relationships. And I haven't seen her do that. Except bitching about, like, taking, like, strong people out. Because she knows her game is not that good. Sorry.
Because she knows.
All I'm going to say. What?
I said,
well, I can say that she did make the move with Gabe, so she can put that on her resume. That she did turn against Gabe.
His original tribe. Yeah, but like everybody was gonna turn on Gabe. His herb was bothering me.
Mm-hmm.
I think for her. So my biggest issue is last episode. That's the first time we kind of saw something personal about Caroline for me to even feel remotely connected to Caroline. And that's the issue that you run into. If they're not giving us in the edit something to get connected to that person for, then it's hard for me as a viewer to root that person on. I think Caroline's a very sweet person, but I just don't see her gameplay. That's what I'm missing. I'm not sure what her end game that she's looking at is.
Yeah, no, especially in the early game, her edit was very lackluster. Like in the early games of God, I bet I remember the names of the tribes. They're so generic these days. The blue tribe,
Lava.
Yeah, that one. I can't remember these. They're so like. I wish Jeff would name them something a little bit more unique. But anyway, so. Yeah, no, like especially in the early days of Tuku, Caroline was just such NPC, and
Gata
not being anything
one.
to her fault or anything like that. Gata.
Which is female cat.
She didn't really have an edit.
That's why I say meow. Yeah.
Yeah, you're doing great. Okay, Lauren. But she just had very NPC energy for the first half of the game, and if that's the way that they're going to be editing their winners, that like gives me Erica vibes. Although I feel like with the 90-minute episodes, we got a lot more of Caroline than we did of Erica, but I just don't see them making that same mistake twice. So unfortunately, I think that Caroline has like either 0 vote finalist or like 1 vote finalist energy, or like she loses in fire. That's where I'm at with her. Anybody else have anything about Caroline? Either one of them.
I just, like I said, I don't think she wins. I think she's lovely. Just what we've seen on the screen, it's just not enough for me to think that she does win the game. Unless we are at Final 7, unless something drastically changes in her gameplay, which you do see people come out towards the end of the game and do everything correctly, right, and get to the end and make a great speech, they win the game. I don't know how she is with speeches. If you can make a good speech, you can draw some people in just based on that.
Absolutely. I mean, we've seen it happen before where people can win it in Final Tribal. I just don't think the edit supports that right now. Like, if somebody's able to take out Genevieve, Sam, and Rachel, like, I could see them getting, a majority of the respect votes. I just don't think Caroline's going to be the one to do that. But, I mean, I've been wrong before. I'll be wrong again. My ex-wife will tell you that. But, yeah, moving along. So, the next one we'll discuss, we'll talk about Sam. So, thoughts? I mean, like, I just don't see Sam winning this game. I'm sorry. I don't. Yeah. I want to, just because he's on my team, but... he's basically like a toothless tiger right now.
Oh,
I know. It's very sad.
Just picture a toothless tiger. Like,
yeah, he was ferocious for a long period of time, and then when he lost Sierra and he lost his power, we have confessionals of him saying that like he feels like he's like on the bottom, he has no power, etc. He's been able to navigate it a little bit, but it's not by his virtue. I mean, he did notify Saul about the plan, and he was trying to play from the bottom, but that blew up in his face.
Right. So for me, talking about Sam, I thought it was going to be a bonus him actually losing Sierra when he did because they were calling them out as being very close pair, which it was an obvious pair. You can't hide from that. So I thought he was going to have more agency within the game when Sierra was gone, and we just didn't see that. I just think he has an uphill battle unless, since Kyle is now gone, there's other opportunities for people to win individual immunities. If Sam can do some of that winning and then maybe get a couple people out that Sam wants out, we'll see. Sam could also win in fire, get himself in the end. I think then could have votes from people depending on who's all on the jury. If he gets to then, he's getting Sierra's vote. Hands down, that's a vote right there for you. I could see him getting a soul vote depending on who's sitting up there. So there's votes that he can get. He just has to get to the end.
What about you, Lyrsa? What do you feel?
I don't think he's gonna win. I don't know, like, oh my god, I don't know if it's because I don't feel like I'm a member of like the Survivor family anymore because it's been so long and I can like trash talk and I feel free on this network and I can say whatever the fuck I want. Yeah, I don't see him winning because I don't know. There's something about him that it's not giving me that he's gonna win vibe. You know, with other people we have seen it. I think that other people have been having edits that are good. That could like lean you to guess this might be the winner. If it's like usual and it's not again another like Erica edit that we don't know and like all of that. Hi, cutie patootie. But I don't know. He doesn't call to me. You know what I mean? Like there's something about winners. And the thing with winner is that people like there's something in them that everybody's like, huh. They have that little oomph. And I don't see that he has it. You know what I mean?
Spunk.
Yeah.
Chutzpah.
He doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't have it, right? And I don't see him like, yeah, there's no magnetism. Usually you like for one reason or another, people are drawn to the winners. And I'm not drawn to him. So that's the reason I don't think that.
So it's more of a feeling.
Yeah, it's more of a feeling inside of me.
But he's clean.
Oh, definitely. He's one of the cleanest persons there. He's who takes Sue to the side and be like, hey, girl, let me tell you something. That dirt in your face is not helping you. Right? So, I don't know.
Lyrsa's making her winner pick solely on cleanliness, and I appreciate that.
And eyebrows. That's it.
If Sue...
The eyebrows, you're going to lose.
If Sue wins this game, I'm just going to laugh because, one, she's on my fantasy team, so I get money from it. And two, I'm just going to bombard Lyrsa with messages.
He's going to send her like a bucket of dirt in the mail, you know?
Look, if Sue wins, fantastic for older women. I'm not on that category, so great that an older woman won, right? And represent for all the other women, like, in the 50 plus age range, not 40, no, but that will be great for like, it will be a boost for women, right? But I don't see her winning, like, no, so I'm not gonna regret my words. I'm not gonna go to an event and I'm gonna see Sue and be like, oh my god, like, I'm so sorry I say shit. No, I stand by my shit. You need to clean your face.
So do you think she would be in the running for winning if she was cleaner?
I think she will have had more points in my book if she will have been honest about her age from the beginning. Because you want to prove people that women your age are capable, but you're not telling people your age. So you're already tainting that I want for women my age range when you have to lie about your age. So that's not, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't seem good that you have to lie about your age, but this is why you want to win. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I think kind of what you're putting out there is like, if she needed to own who she was, from the beginning in order to earn the respect,
like Maria did. Like Maria did last season, right? Like, I'm this age, and I'm gonna rock it at this age, and I'm gonna tell people my age, and they're gonna think, oh my god, this older woman is fucking rocking it, right? And she's proud of her age, right? Yeah. To me, lying about your age is that you have issues with your age. Right?
I think that's a fair assessment. That's some advanced psychology there. But yeah, no, for sure.
Oh my god, doing psychology and everything.
That's what happens when you start smoking. You just start, woo!
I know.
Expand the mind. I don't know what's going on. Oh, that was like the word of the gospel right there. It's just... So, and last but not least, on my team, I have Teeny. So let's talk about my Jersey girl here. Or Jersey human.
I love Teeny. I want to like hug her and be like, human, I love you so much. You're so cute and so nice. Yeah. I feel like she's such a like beautiful person. Just like Evie. Like I feel that connection with her. And that like in not about her game, but that she's searching who they are searching who they are right now, and they're discovering all of these things and putting like Survivor is a game that put a lot of shit in perspective, right? When you're there. So I feel like in general, Teeny's experience, either they win or they lose, it's gonna be a winning situation for them. Right? It's the search for like winning Survivor, but also like the search of like all of this life situation that they're going through, and it's putting them and like making them very uncomfortable on who they are. And I think Survivor is gonna be that for her, and it's gonna like make them feel better and realize like it's gonna like Survivor for them. It's beyond the game, right? It's beyond this life change on money and like being famous. It's more to them, and I feel that either they win or lose, they're gonna find that. And I'm so proud of them and the way they're handling the whole like situation. I felt really, really upset again when Genevieve voted so loud. Genevieve. But I don't know. I have her, like we say in Spanish, la tengo agarrada el pecho. Right? I have her, like,
squeeze me?
You know, yeah. No, I have her, like, wrap on my heart, right? Like, okay. She's, like, there. Yeah. I'm like, oh, my God. I love them. I want to meet them and hang out with them.
Probably get a plush version of them.
Like, yeah, I just want to, like, pat their head and be like... I love you so much. Yeah, that's all I have to say about Teeny. But I don't think Teeny's gonna win. It's just they are gonna win other stuff.
They're gonna win like, $1 million hearts, not $1 million.
Yes, yes. I was gonna say they're gonna be like Banu, but not winning. But not winning $1 million hearts, which I don't think he has.
That's the comparison, because I think that's a disservice to Teeny here.
No. Wait. I'm not saying... I'm not comparing.
We gotta give Banu at least a little bit of, like, recognition. Like, a little bit.
I don't think Banu has won $1 million hearts.
No, he's got a rough road, so... If I can give him a little bit of hearts, I'll give him a little bit of hearts.
I don't know. Banu seems like how do you call that? Needs too much attention.
Yeah, right? No, I agree with that. But he's had a rough road, so I'm going to give him a little bit of kudos where I can.
Lauren is there, and I have in my life 20 plus something other people that requires my attention and my energy, and I'm more willing to give my actual team all of that love and energy than to give it to Banu. I'm sorry, Banu. I have other people on my list.
I don't think he's listening.
My heart. I have other people on my list that needs my heart. So shout out to our team.
Okay. There you go.
It's fair.
I love it. So for me, for Teeny, I think Teeny is delightful, wonderful, very kind, very emotional player, which is not a bad thing sometimes, but the problem is
he can cloud you.
yes, then you have a hard time turning on other people, and you have a hard time going against somebody because you have this personal connection with them. You really enjoy their company, and you just don't want to vote them out. I think Teeny has a chance to win against certain people. I think if Teeny goes to the end with Caroline and Sue, I think just based on Teeny's social game likability and all of that coming together in one full package would get Teeny the win there. So I'm not counting Teeny out. I just think that this was a harder game on Teeny than they were anticipating.
Oh, 100%. Teeny, I believe she even said in one of their confessionals that they came in thinking that they were going to be one of these like mastermind players that was going to be able to remove their emotions from the game, and they're discovering as they're playing that they're doing some soul searching, and they're realizing that they're a much more emotional person than they realize. And I think that I relate to that, but I got to give my props and I got to give my support behind my fellow Jersey people as much as I possibly can. I think Teeny has a non-zero chance of making it to the finals. I think that if they do go to the finals, as long as they don't go with Rachel, I think that they have an opportunity. I don't think that they could beat Rachel. I don't think Genevieve's going to get to the end, so I'm not concerned about that. I think that Andy and Teeny would be a very interesting final tribal with each other.
It would. I agree.
And I think that they split the votes there. And I would love to see that on a final tribal. For me, that could even be like a tie tribal. Like, I haven't done the actual like receipts and like looked at who's on the jury at that point and actually like theory crafted that, but from just like an entertainment perspective, I would love to see that. But yeah, no, Teeny is an awesome human. I'm looking forward to giving you a huge high five when if we ever meet each other in New York, which I'll be there at the finale, so hopefully you'll be there and we can do a little bam. But yeah, no, rocking it Jersey style, and I appreciate it 100%. You're a great representative from the state, and I appreciate you wholeheartedly.
Couldn't have said it better, honestly. I just think you can't really say anything bad about Teeny person-wise.
Rock and roll.
Like we talked about game-wise, I don't think it might not all be there, and that's the way it goes sometimes, but I think just going into the game thinking you're going to play one way and then it just ends up being another way is just the problem that Teeny ran into. But I'm not counting Teeny out. Like I said, there's people Teeny can beat. The other person, I know you mentioned Rachel, not being able to beat Rachel. I don't think Teeny beats Genevieve. That's another person I just
don't see Genevieve getting to the end.
Right, and that's fair. That's fair. I would be shocked too, but like that's what I'm saying. I like to be wrong in my predictions. Mm-hmm. That's what makes it fun overall. So, like I said, this season, 47, great season. I just hope it's a great winner. I think that would be the only way I would say 47 wouldn't be my favorite season if it's a disappointing winner, which there's a couple I'd be disappointed in winning this season just because we didn't get enough content of them. So I didn't see their full gameplay unless we get much more content moving forward with the last couple episodes. By the way, what do y'all think about it being a 2-part finale?
I don't know why they're making this distinction of it being a 2-part finale. I really don't. And it's like, why are they doing it? Like, is there like extra content? Like is it just that compelling and exciting that they had to add an additional hour and a half worth of content out of it? I don't know. So like, I'm interested to know what they're going to do with it. Like, is the finale going to be a 3-hour finale on the 18th, or is it just going to be 2 hours and 2 hours?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do. They're still going to do the in-person finale, I would assume, and they're not going to do a live finale. So if they're doing 2 hours for the 5th and 4th, and then they're doing it 6th and 5th. Because next week the 7th person gets voted out, then it's 6-5, then 4-3-2-1.
Correct.
I don't understand why they're doing it. I hope that there's a logical reason for it. Obviously, they didn't want to end the season on the 11th. That's too early in the season. So it makes sense to me. I just don't know why they're breaking it up.
Lyrsa, what about you?
I had no idea that was happening. I'll watch whatever time frame they have. But yeah, why are they having 2 hour like? Why will you split the finale in 2 episodes? That makes no sense.
Yeah, why are they calling it that? They should just call it episode 8 and then or 13 and 14.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You easily could do that. I guess for me, if they're showing more of, I think what ends up happening sometimes with the finale, depending on how many people are left. Sometimes there's 5 people, sometimes there's 6 people. That person that's voted out first, we barely get anything on how that all went down. It's pretty quick because they want to move it along. If we're getting more content on that, that's fine for me. But I just don't know what the end goal of all this is going to be. As you said, they could have just named it whatever episode it was going to be and then just have the next one be the finale. I personally too, I would love for them to eventually bring back the in-person live reunion, because I really still don't like them reading the votes directly after people just voted. There's no time to process, and then you have the poor people there that come in second and third, and they can't even process shit because they just lost out on winning $1 million and don't even have a second to think or take any time to themselves.
Yeah, it's not good for the losers. You don't have time to like or even for the winner. You don't have time to decompress, think about it. Like, I don't like the format. I think the reason is money. They're trying to save
100%.
money.
Yeah.
And they realize they're not getting the vacation, the premier's vacation, right? They're not going anywhere. They're being sent
I don't think so.
back
I think
home,
they're just
right.
Yeah.
So that also sucks. I'm so happy I was on my season. I think it's one of the last seasons that we got everything. We got reunion, we got trips. They were like throwing money at us. Pick me back. I need more money, guys. I want to keep chopping all the amazing shit I just bought on Amazon. So yeah, I don't know why they're doing that. Going back to like, it makes no sense.
Yeah,
but I feel that they're trying to mimic. Australia is like that. They read the votes right there. They have kind of like a mini reunion, and they just like end it, right? So I think that they are trying to do that here in the U.S. because it works for them over there. But also, it's such a longer game in Australia, and I think that you have 50 days to analyze everything, right? Instead of like such a small season and everything happens back to back. You went tell me what you have, and bye, right? I miss seeing them clean. Maybe this was an opportunity to see Sue clean and like, oh, lady, you clean out well, right? So it's a missed opportunity, especially for Sue.
Yeah, I mean, if I were to offer a compromise because obviously they're doing it to save money, at least give them, like, don't do it immediately after the final tribal. Give them 1 day, do it the following night. All you have to do is pay for 1 extra night. That can't be that expensive at Ponderosa. It should be within their production budget.
They're staying that night anyways.
Yeah, and just do it the next day.
They usually fly out. Yeah, they usually fly out the next day. So
So just 1 more day. Do it the next day. Let them shower. Let them get some food in them. Let them at least have a little bit of time to process rather than doing it immediately after. But then we get a finale with, the final 3 clean with, at least a head on their shoulders so they can process what they want to say rather than just being utterly distraught. I mean, they're still going to have emotion. It's just not going to be that immediate, which I know that's what Jeff wants. He wants that raw emotion. But it's not comfortable to watch at times when you see it like that immediate. Like, I still recall, and for me it was 42 when we see Mike, because Mike was just like trying to process everything immediately after that. But give them 1 day to process. Let them wear their nice clothes. Let's see Sue clean. And yeah, and that's a minimal extra expense for you. And if you really want to get into it and you really want to do something really cool, bring the pre-jury back somehow too, because I would love to see some of those people back and let them get their final goodbyes. Like, for them not to have like Rome back, who is like such an integral part of this season, like I'm sure he has a lot that Jeff could ask him and interview and whatnot. The same thing with a lot of these other pre-mergers, like Keyshawn. How did he feel getting voted out so early? How does John feel? You know, like I would love to be able to get those perspectives from those pre-jurors, and we just don't get that anymore.
Couldn't agree more.
Womp, 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 womp.
I mean, you're right. You're spot on with it. But do we have anything else? I think we touched on everything, our thoughts with who could potentially be winning this game. I think a lot of people have an opportunity.
We took a little bit of Andy too already. I forgot.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, we could definitely do our final predictions. So, Lyrsa.
Let me open. Wait. Let me open this again and see their faces.
See their faces.
Let's get that final prediction in. And if you want to give a final 3 prediction, I'm cool with that too.
Perfect. We gotta let Lyrsa go first, though. You know?
Oh no, absolutely. I wouldn't have it any other way. Justice for Lyrsa.
Yay! Again, put me back. I need money.
I need money too. Put me on 50. No, that's not happening either. Oh, okay, cool. No worries. Sorry.
It's okay. We can. I've seen other I don't know. I will do House of Villains, even though I'm not a villain, because it seems like very fun.
But I was gonna say you're not a villain at all. Like not even close.
To some people, they say I was the villain against Angelina. I'm like, fuck you guys. You weren't fucking there. Anyways, I'm looking at all of these beautiful faces from
who has the best eyebrows.
The Reddit spoiled survivor, and Caroline still has no picture and just like a question mark, which I'm questioning. Yeah, that's valid. I'm also questioning stuff here. I can see definitely Andy there. I can see Rachel there. That last spot. It's gonna be either Genevieve or Teeny. That's it. That's my final 4-ish.
Okay. So who wins then?
Yeah. And from those... Fuck. You know what?
It's not that easy.
It's not that easy, but I'm actually between Rachel and Andy.
Okay.
Because Andy has been so unpredictable that he can present that case. Like, I was very unpredictable. I didn't have any alliances in the beginning. I blew up my game, or what I thought it was going to be my game on day 3. And then suddenly I just, like, started making connections. And I betrayed my own people. So that was a big move. Like, I can see him. I can, this is like very unbranded for me, but I can see Andy or Rachel winning.
Okay. Yeah, no. I don't foresee that being entirely out of question. How about you, Lauren?
All right, here's what I'm going to go. I am going to have, in the end, Teeny, Andy, and I'm going to put Sue with them.
Teeny, Andy, and Sue. Okay.
Yep. Teeny, Andy, and Sue is what I'm going to go with. Because it's so hard to predict because you're seeing different edits from different people, but this is why this is fun. And winning from that, it's going to be close, I think, between Teeny and Andy, but I think Andy just takes it. I really do. If Andy gets there sitting in that dynamic, I think Andy brings it home just for the point alone being that his storyline is one of the best storylines that we have seen where someone was so low on the totem pole and has risen up, even though still making mistakes, but everyone makes mistakes in the show. They're left out of votes. They're not in on votes. I think if he has a good, clean run to the end, he's got a great shot to take it home.
No, that's totally fair. Absolutely. So I guess, if I'm really looking, I'm like playing it out in my head right now. I think if Genevieve doesn't win, I think she's out next. I think that's a hands down. That's going to be a snoozer of an episode. And that leaves us with a final 6 of Rachel, Andy, Caroline, Teeny, Sue, and Sam. I still think that final 5 is going to stick together, and I think they're going to try to go for Sam. Rachel is then going to play her idol, I think, at final 5. And then she'll be in the fire, and I think that Rachel's going to lose in fire. I'm probably looking at... I think I agree with you there. You said Sue, Andy, and Teeny as your final 3?
Yes.
Yes. I agree with that statement. I think Teeny can play that out better than Andy. And I'm going to go with Teeny as my winner pick.
Love it. I would be happy with the Teeny win too. So I'm regardless I'm fine with that. And watch us be so wrong in the final 3s, you know. Genevieve, Caroline, and Sam. You know, just throwing that wild final 3 out there. But this is why we do it. This is why it's fun. I love podcasting with both of you. It's always crazy. It's always wild, unpredictable, as you would say. Lyrsa, we never know what you're going to say, and that's why you're here, because you give us it straight to the point.
There it is.
So with that, any last minute things anyone needs to plug here before we wrap it up?
No, not at the moment. I think that's rock and roll. How about you?
Lyrsa, good to go?
I'm good. I just saved so much money, guys. I bought a mattress vacuum cleaner that is $300, and I got it for $70. And I'm very excited about my vacuum cleaner.
That's amazing.
And all the weed I'm gonna get after this. Ba, 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 ba.
So, do we need to tell people to slide into your DMs if they want Black Friday tips on where to buy?
Yes, until the end of today.
So could you...
Well, we still have Cyber Monday.
So let's plug your Instagram. Let's do that.
My Instagram is Lyrsa Torres, Lyrsa Torres, Torres on Instagram. Don't try to add me on Facebook, guys. Let me tell you something.
I know, she's not even friends with us on Facebook.
She's friends with me.
I'm friends with Lauren. But let me tell you something, guys. You fans out there. You need to go into somebody's profile before adding them as a friend, especially on Facebook. I have a pinned post that says, I'm not adding super fans on this. I'm not adding any fans on my Facebook because that's for me and my family. And they didn't sign up for this shit. It was me. And yet, I still get fan requests on Facebook. So please, go on my Instagram. It's fucking open. You can see all the pictures. I post all the time. I have really good content. All the time I'm posting shit on my stories, right? Also, to the guy that sent me a DM on Facebook that he wanted to pay my rent, thank you. But no thank you. I don't want you to pay my rent. It's actually a mortgage. Will be some money free to keep spending on other shit I like? Yes, of course. But at what price? So no, thank you, but no thank you. I don't need people paying my rent. That's why I go and work every fucking day. And that's all I have, guys. Bow, bow, bow.
Well, if anybody wants to pay my rent, feel free to slide into my DMs. I could use it.
And he's not even an attractive dude. I'm sorry, bro. I forgot
never
your
mind
name.
then.
But he looks like the most basic white incel ever.
Ugh.
Right? It's not even like somebody that I'm like, oh, he got some vibe. Okay, this will be entertaining. We'll DM each other, and I'll send him pictures of my feet, and he'll be content with that. No, this guy looks fucking weird. So no, bro. Sorry.
It never works out.
Nope.
Always the bridesmaid.
We never know how this is going to go, but we are going to wrap this up here. I'm Lauren. This is Adrian.
Oh, wait. We didn't tell him what's going on during the off season.
I was getting there.
Oh, okay. Well, hurry up.
Move it, Lauren.
Aren't you, Lauren?
I know. This then becomes my fault. You know what, Adrian? Take it away.
Where am I taking? Oh, okay. You want me to talk about that? Yeah. So Lauren and I are actually working on our off-season podcast episodes that we're working on. So the working title right now is going to be Survivor What If. Now, what that is, it's going to be a playoff of the butterfly effect. What happens when a butterfly flaps his wings and a tidal wave happens in, a faraway land? So what Survivor What If is going to be about is, what if whoever won that season was voted out first? So in the case of Lyrsa's season of David versus Goliath, let's say that Nick was indeed voted out first. How would that season have played out? And that's what we're going to speculate on, and that's what we're going to discuss.
And Lyrsa's sipping the coffee now. All right, I am going to officially take
on that note.
On this note, thank you so much for tuning in to the Reality After Show. We'll be back at the end of the season to go over who has won the money. The very important thing that we all talk about, money, money, money.
The thousands of dollars.
Yes, literally it's $40, but it doesn't matter, it's still $40. Mm-hmm. Now, be sure to check out everything going on at Reality After Show. Tons of content going on, so much Survivor information coming out as well. Kelly Wentworth has her own podcast with special guests that she has on. They're fantastic. We have Fairplay, Wayne, and Matt Bischoff. They all have their thing going. And then we have the Challenge podcast. Be sure to follow that. There's 2 of them. We have some Brant steals going on. We have power rankings, predictions, everything. They just put up the Traders cast assessment. So just check out whatever is tailored to you. If you don't like Survivor, probably you're not here right now listening to the end of this, so you don't know. But with that, Lyrsa, make sure to stay on after, because I need your footage to upload. So I know you run away sometimes. But with that being said, thanks again, everyone, and hopefully my pick wins. One of my 2. Well, maybe not Sue, but Andy. All right, take care, everyone.
Much love. Be well.